Welcome, everyone. Happy Wednesday. All right, who's going to confess first? Who's feeling sad today? Because I felt an immense amount of sadness, like sorrow type of sadness today. That does not belong to me. I have nothing to be sad about. So let's go ahead and get into the oracle reading for today. The Sacred Rebel Oracle, one of my favorites. You can find this online, but I'm here to read it so you don't have to spend the money and get it and get the knowledge from it. And the card that we got is Listening for Truth, which is that card right there. So we're going to put this over here and we're going to see what this oracle has to say about listening for the truth. Let's get into it, shall we? Truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings an inexplicable sense of peace, trust, and knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly, even if there's a little evidence of how it is all going to happen. That's always the case, right? You are being asked to listen for the truths beneath the words rather than the superficial messages of the words themselves. This is especially true for the communication of those around you, the press, the newspapers, and the mass media. I can say that I haven't watched the news in probably a year and a half. I have no desire to listen to the news at all. I just feel like it's just a whole bunch of programming that we don't need to hear. I don't even know if I believe much of it. You will begin to hear fear in the words and actions of those around you, even as they preach love. Listen deeper. Listen for the truth. This oracle comes with a message of truth for you. You are hearing something that is not being said, and what you are hearing is truthful. You may feel as though you are the only one that is really ready to hear or see it. Perhaps you have been working in a situation or loving in a relationship where truth is consistently denied. How many of you have been in that type of situation where your truths were always denied or shut down? I'm sure you can tell me some experiences. You don't have to, but I'm sure you're nodding your head. We live in a world where truth is frequently avoided out of fear of what might be revealed. At the basis of such actions, consciously or not, is a deep sense of unhealed toxic shame. If you or someone else is fearful that the truth will expose rather than free and heal, then some personal healing is required. It is time for letting go of old wounds in favor of a greater sense of self-love and acceptance. The truth is always hard for people to hear, and if you're somebody who's a truth teller or you've been held back from telling the truth, speak your truth. It doesn't matter. The people who don't want to hear it, they just aren't ready to face themselves. That's the reality. You are being asked to love yourself enough to honor the truth. Even if it feels you are the only one doing so. It is a lonely thing, isn't it? When you have a lot of people around you who are just living in the lies. Sacred rebels need truth like lungs need oxygen. Truth keeps the energy of life flowing through the rebellious heart. Lies dampen the spirit of the sacred rebel. Yeah, you don't make many friends when you speak truth, right? A lot of times people don't like you. You just rub them the wrong way, right? You face them like a mirror at the look at themselves with the truth. People want to continue to live in the delusion of the lies. Even if those with less awakened hearts fear the truth, you must not turn away from it. Don't resent this state of affairs. Perhaps your job is to show that truth can be witnessed even when many people want to hide from it. What others do is always their choice, free agency, right? But through your honorable deeds, done with integrity, you will be set free, no matter what the outcome. You are a truth seeker. You're a truth seeker. Never deny or try to quiet this down to make others feel comfortable. And I'm sure there are some of you out there who did that. You spent a lifetime being shushed and quieted for your truths, probably from a childhood. And you're just waking up saying, I'm no longer going to hold myself back. I see what I see. I know what I know. You are meant to be an agitator at times. If you look all over my social media, I am the disruptor. I like to disrupt people's minds. I've been called a disruptor by people, so I've taken on that title quite proudly. You are meant to be an agitator at times, even though you don't have to confront people to do it. Yeah, you don't. Even just your presence will do it. You don't even have to say anything half the time. It's just your presence. You don't necessarily have to say a word, though sometimes you will. Often you will agitate in the most loving sense of unveiling truth simply through your knowing. Hold compassion for the truths you hold. Do not use them as knives to cut another and yourself with harshness, but as a clear insight that allows one to loosen the knots that bind simply by knowing which thread to gently tug. Yes, you don't have to be cool with truth, but be honest. Always be honest. I respect people who are honest. They just say it straight. I have respect for people because so many people don't. This oracle brings you guidance. If you have been worn down and depressed by the lies, gossip, deceit, and backstabbing going on around you, don't fret. Get out in nature and spend some time communing with the infinite. Healing will come to you now. No matter how many times, in how many ways, or by how many tongues untruth is spoken, you know what you know in your sacred, rebellious heart. That truth is your connection to the living truth of life itself. Don't give up. Do not give up. Just open up to healing and know that the truth always, eventually prevails. And the healing process is, now let's pay attention. Place your hand lightly in the front and back of your throat and say, so you're going to put your hands in the front and back of your throat. I now release all vows of silence I have ever made. I can't even believe I had to say this. Please don't do this if you're driving. I hear people in videos always say this. Please make sure you're somewhere safe. Like there are people that actually do this, I guess, when they're driving. Okay. I now release all vows of silence I have ever made, consciously or not. I now release all lies, deception, and painful words, spoken and unspoken, that are affecting my ability to clearly know and speak my truth. I am held in unconditional love with protection and grace, so be it. You have finished your healing process. You might like to say something true just to anchor it. How about, within me, beyond all that rises and falls, only truth remains. I really, really loved that oracle because truth has to be respected. It takes courage to speak truth. It takes strength to speak truth. So speaking of truth and trust and all kinds of stuff like that, I got this other new oracle called Trust. Okay, it's probably hard to see because the lighting in here is not the best. I'm all into the dark mood lighting. I'm not really into having bright lights on, but so we're going to read this oracle, and the card that came out is vulnerability. Okay, being vulnerable. This is a difficult one, right? Being vulnerable is not easy. So we're going to go ahead and read and see what that oracle has to say about vulnerability. Vulnerability. To stand bare before the world, to offer your truths without trembling hands, with trembling hands. To speak before knowing how the words will land. This is courage. Vulnerability is far from weakness. It's the willingness to be seen, to let your voice quiver and be heard without swallowing it whole. It is the moment for true connection, the bridge between souls, the language of creation. Let yourself be witnessed. Let yourself be felt. Let yourself be open. For what is art, if not the unguarded heart laid gently before others? I love that. I want to read it again because I think this is really potent. I think we need to hear it again. Vulnerability, to stand bare before the world, to offer your truth with trembling hands, to speak before knowing how the words will land. This is courage. Vulnerability is far from weakness. It's the willingness to be seen, to let your voice quiver and be heard without swallowing it whole. It is the moment for true connection, the bridge between souls, the language of creation. Let yourself be witnessed. Let yourself be felt. Let yourself be open. For what is art if not the unguarded heart laid gently before others? Wow. Wow. That was powerful. I really like these 2 new decks I got. They're very good. So we're going to go ahead and pull an angel card because, we have got to reach out to the angels and ask them for a card and see what number they're going to give us. All right. See, angels, we're here for you. We need an angel number. If you can give us something to help guide us through this reading, give us some sound advice. I split this deck with intention. All right. Always, always, intention set on this deck that this be for the collective. We need an angel number for this reading, and we are open and ready to receive a gratitude. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh. Okay. 3, 4, 6. Skipping steps. Details are important. You are moving at a faster speed than most lately, and your angels are reminding you to make sure you aren't skipping any necessary steps. You guys rushing your days? Don't rush. Circle back today to a recent situation and make absolutely sure you didn't miss any details or processes that could cause issues later. Don't be rushing. Angels are telling you. Maybe you're trying to speed through your week. Maybe you're just bored at work and you're just like, let me just do this report or do this job in a shortcut way. Maybe for some of you. Then we're going to look at the angel wisdom and we're going to see what wisdom the angels have for us. But I also pulled out my moon deck because, we have the total eclipse today. So we just got to pick a moon card. So I split this deck with intention. Angels, we need some wisdom. Give it to us. What do we need to hear? We're open and ready to receive a gratitude, right? Absolutely. All the time, all day, every day. All right, angels. What do you got? Let's see. What wisdom do the angels have for us? Oh, there we go. Okay. What do we got? Self-love. Oh, I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Self-love. I am worthy of love. Focus your attention on loving and believing in yourself. You are being encouraged by the angels to make your relationship with yourself your number 1 priority. Always, always put yourself first. Always. Trust me. Always put yourself first. Rather than dwell upon your shortcomings, you must accept and embrace who you are. Honestly, please always prioritize yourself. I learned the hard way. Don't do what I did. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pick a Moonology oracle. That's this oracle right here in case you're curious which oracle that is. I really enjoy this one when there's a moon event. I will go and pull a moon card just to see what it has to say. There's usually some good sound advice in it, so we're going to go ahead and see what they got to say. The spirit always delivers, right? Like when we do a reading, we know that spirit is there for us and it's going to deliver a message that we all need to hear. All right, spirit, I split this deck with intention. That intention being that this is for the collective and we have a moon event happening today, a total eclipse, new moon. And we need a moon card, some advice for this event. And it's a timeless message and we're open and ready to receive a gratitude. All right, let's see what we got. What do we got? Spirit, Spirit, Spirit. Give us a moon card. What do we need to hear? I just want one card. Please don't make like 5 of them jump out. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes I'll be like shuffling and like 4 of them will fly out. I'm like, oh no. I just want one. Just one. Come on, Spirit. What do you got for me? Boy, Spirit's being stubborn today, huh? We're not going to get an easy one today. All right, let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, we'll flip over here. Can't even get to it. All right, here we go. New moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. Confidence is your key to success. So let's go ahead and see what the Oracle says about that. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to put it over here so I can actually. This was Leo. New moon in Leo. I feel like I got this morning too with the energy check. That's interesting. New moon in Leo. Yes, I did. We got the same card this morning. So let's go ahead and read it again. Interesting that this came out 2 times. 2 times in one day. All right. This card heralds the start of a new cycle for you. When you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off. Look at you showing it off. If you want someone's attention, this card is saying it's coming. Damn, look at you. However, this may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit. That means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Absolutely stand firm on what you bring to the table, right? Be confident. Think of yourself as king or queen of the jungle. You carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on. Alternatively, it can be a herald of good news or a new start for your children. Attune to the moon. Make time to have fun. Let that inner child come out. Have some fun. This weekend's coming up. Plan something fun. Do something you enjoy. Let that inner child roll. Additional meanings for this card could be, it's time for you to show the world what you've got. Shine your light. Have some pride. Spoil yourself. You've earned it. You've turned someone's head. Did you now? And the teaching. Leo is a sign of the big and brave-hearted lion, of pride and showmanship and flirting. The energy around the new moon in Leo, and therefore around this card, whenever you pick it, is hot and generous. The energy loves itself, and so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, this new moon card comes as a reminder that you need to be proud of who you are. Damn right. Be proud of who you are. Know what you bring to the table. Be proud of yourself. Love yourself. Absolutely 100%. All right, guys, we're going to end this here. I hope you enjoyed the Oracle reading. Please join me tomorrow when we do the energy check in the morning. And then later on, we'll do another shadow work reading. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and blessings.